That's so crazy. You know, we had Joey on the one episode, right? And he was talking a lot about like how there was a time with your generation of comics where there was actually no industry, right? There was no proper comedy industry or infrastructure rather. And there was certain amount of shows that one could do. And then there was also the formation of what we know today as the PMS crew. How did you sort of get into that?
Find yourself
to the
inside.
PMS crew.
Yeah.
So now keep in mind when PMS started, I'd already been doing comedy for about 4 years.
Okay.
And then even though a lot of the guys,
Dope.
the sort of, I'm going to use big words here, the nucleus of the PMS crew came from like David and Kagiso were the main two guys, and Tsepo. They were all Cape Town based to start. When they shot the pilot, it was. But I'd worked with them.
Because Kagiso and David studied in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Pi stayed in Cape Town.
Koki, who else was there?
Falk.
Loiso was also in Cape Town.
in Cape Town, yes.
But then I'd worked with them on things like, because there weren't a lot of comedians back then. So if you were fairly decent, you got onto all the big gigs. So we did all the heavyweight comedy jams and the Winston King sizes and everything. And a lot of the guys we would...
Smirnoff,
etc.
Yeah.
Then we would travel between the cities as well. So I knew David and I knew Kagiso, I knew Tsepo, I knew Loy, all of them, especially guys like Ronnie Madimula and me. In those days, we were Joe Parker's youngsters.
Yeah.
So he used to send us to all those cheap gigs. So me and Ronnie I had a cuck Ford Laser in those days, this blue Ford Laser.
Ford Laser.
Ford Laser, don't mock it.
Wait, didn't you have a Langley before the Laser?
I did indeed have a Langley before the Laser.
He loves L's.
Yeah.
Laser, Langley, I did have an L sign again.
You must see a Langley. It looks like someone drew it with a protractor. You must...
Do not mock my Langley was awesome. That I don't know if you guys know a guy called he's now called Glenn Bow. He used to be called Glenn Buerta.
I don't even know Glenn Bow, yes.
And I was in high school with the dude. And then afterwards we'd go out and his parents made me drop, despite crime or whatever, they were like, you drop that dude 2 blocks away because your exhaust is too loud.
Hectic.
But anyway, what was I talking about? So me and Ronnie traveled a lot together. So I knew all the guys. And then David and Kagi had spoken to me during one of the heavyweights. They said they're doing this show and they want me to be involved in everything. But I don't want to say there was only one space for a Caucasian.
But there was one space for a Caucasian
that
man.
was taken up by Koki Falcro. And so I did the very first sketch that they shot, which was the very first one that they showed. I don't know how well you guys remember PMS.
We remember it vaguely. What was that first
So I'll
sketch?
tell you the sketch. So there's a whole bunch of guys coming down the road and they're going, one settler, one bullet. And then there's this very Afrikaans-looking man, which is apparently me, who comes out of his house and he's like getting the milk. And then I think it was David then like shoots at me because it's one settler, one bullet. And he misses. And he's like, oh man, I don't have another bullet. And that was the gag. It was a lot funnier. There was a dialogue and everything. But then I was just part of that and I was like, this is awesome. So I went home and I just like wrote sketches.
Yeah.
Some of them was like you can see on if you watch the greatest hits, things like Dion Puster.
Making fun of Leon Schuster,
Yeah.
So the Car Guard sketch?
No, that's which one?
You were in the Car Guard sketch though.
Yes, Ronnie wrote that one.
Okay.
Just a 10 random lungu.
That
Just
one,
a
yes,
one random
that's
lungu.
from the mind of Ronnie Madimula.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Giving them your phones, your wallet. No, I don't want lungu things with the skin. I don't want your phone.
Now we're talking opening of Parliament.
Yeah. He literally just wanted a 1 rand.
It was a 10 rand.
10 rand.
10 rand.
And then the other one that was quite famous was the Mangosuthu speech, Mangosuthu Buthelezi speech.
Yes, that was you.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, I wrote a whole bunch and then I just sent them to everyone going, guys, I want to be on a show. So then Koki got upset with the way things were going and he left. And then
you're like, I see you guys
I
need
still
a
remember the moment.
Caucasian.
We were sitting in Cool Runnings and David Cow was sitting in front of me. And you guys were too young for Cool Runnings, but it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And he leaned back. He was like, we've got a space for a white guy on the team. Are you interested? I was like, yes, I will do that. And that's how I started. So they'd already like shot 3 episodes by the time I got in the mix.